Alright, so this is loquat tree take 2. I just shot like a 2-minute video or even longer video, and this Motorola phone that I keep complaining about and still have, it just, the camera freezes up. So don't ever buy a Motorola phone unless they have made some vast improvements. This phone has caused me nothing but heartache over the years that I've had it. But I'm out here with so this is a loquat tree. I planted this loquat tree 12 years ago when I bought this property. And when I planted it, it was about a foot tall. So it could be better, could be doing better, but we have very poor soil here, and to be as big as it is, it's done quite well. So one of my favorite times of year is when the loquat tree blooms, and you can see it's blooming like crazy right now. And it's during this time of year with this tree, it's like a symphony of pollinators. We have a lot of planes flying over today, neighbors yelling. Every time I come out here to do a video, it's crazy, so please bear with me. But when it's real quiet and the tree's blooming, you can hear the bees and the pollinators just working so hard on this tree, and to me it's quite amazing. I'm going to flip the camera around, show you some of these guys working. But one of the things that I wanted to share was one of my most vivid memories of this tree, and why I love it so much, is one year it was blooming, but at night the moths would just get in this tree by the tens of thousands, maybe more. It's hard to know, but the whole tree would just be alive with moths just working the nectar and pollen and just doing their thing with this tree. It's amazing. It was so alive. The tree was visible on the security cameras. You could see through the infrared. You could see the moths. There were so many of them in this tree. It's amazing. But some of the types of bugs that you can see in here, there's bees, obviously. Like, look, there's a little honeybee right there. And there's flies. There's butterflies and moths, gnats, and then there's a whole bunch of other types of insects in here just enjoying this feast. Let me turn this camera around. You guys can check out some of these insects. See if there's any that you know that I might not know the names of. There's a little, like a paper wasp or something right there. Oh, he flew off. Is that a fly? See that fly right there? Look. Look at him. That's like a dragonfly or a housefly of some sort. Looks like I don't know. He doesn't look like a housefly. Look at this guy. Look at this orange and green and black insect. What is that? This is the coolest stuff, man. Could you imagine an orchard with a few hundred? Look at these little bitty flies. These guys are juveniles here. Then there's a gnat. Some kind of... Oh, that's a big housefly. You know, people say that if the honeybees ever went extinct, humans would follow. I've heard that most of my life. And there's no doubt that honeybees are important, and we should do everything we can to take care of them. Look, there's a honeybee and a housefly. But one of the things that I've seen pollinate more than honeybees is just plain old houseflies. I think they're a bigger pollinator than bees are, and I'm sure the honeybees absolutely make a big contribution. I'm not saying that they're not valuable. I would love to have beehives around here to help pollinate some of this stuff, but I'm just saying flies and other insects pollinate a lot of stuff as well. All right, I'm gonna walk around this side. Well, let me walk around this way so maybe the tree will shade the sun a little bit. Look at that guy. Lots of honeybees. Amazing. I don't see any bumblebees yet. Doesn't mean that... Look at those little guys. Those are a different type of little bee. That's not a honeybee. Maybe the moths will be out at night too. I'll just have to come back out. I did see some moths in here earlier, but there's not very many. Lots of bees though. Look, there's another one of those little paper wasps or whatever they are. Look at all the activity up there towards the top of the tree. He's just getting in there and working so hard. Look, and here's a big old fat housefly. Look at that guy. Yeah, I sure would rather them be out here in the trees than in my house. How cool is that? Hey, baby.
Hi, Papa.
You see all the bees here? Remember I told you how the animals work this tree?
When you're done taking a video, me and Ezekiel want to show you something very cool that I figured out.
Figured out on what?
We will show you.
Okay. Is it a surprise?
Yes. And
okay.
It's amazing.
Oh look, there's a little butterfly right there. Do you see him? Okay, so that's the loquat tree. Now I've never harvested. Look, there's a little moth, right? Little butterfly moth guy right there. Look, I don't know if you can see him. Check him out. I've never harvested any fruit off of this tree. I've never eaten a loquat that I'm aware of. I don't even know what you use the fruit for. Maybe you make jelly or something like that with it, would be my guess. But these trees, I mean, they're beautiful trees. I mean, look at that leaf. And they do well even in this poor climate here where we don't have any topsoil. There's a moth and a little bee. There's a little bee flying. But they're all over this community. These trees are everywhere in this community. They do really well here in the Texas Hill Country. So anyway, all right. That's enough of the loquat tree. I just thought I would shoot a video and show you guys some of those pollinators and just share with you how much I really like that and how big of a blessing I consider it to have this much life in my yard. Look at this guy. And with that, I'll end the video. Look how beautiful he is. Pretty cool, huh? Go plant you a loquat tree.